Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Stormblood. In the last episode, we kind of got our plans going for taking Castellum Veladina, so that we can get across the Veladina River, get access to the rest of the fringes, and then push into the the other area of the peaks that we haven't had access to, and continue our push on through Alamigo. Kind of got to work on that, and we also ran a quest to unlock an Aether Current. Took care of that, and that's kind of where we got. So here we are, not in Alamigo. We're back here in the Churning Mists, because, as I think I mentioned last episode, I got the Dark Knight to level 70, which means that I have Dark Knight job quests to do. And I want to go ahead and knock those out, just get them out of the way, and then we'll proceed on. We're going to have some warrior quests to do, because I've been leveling up the warrior as well. Got it to level 68. But I think I'm going to be focusing on the Dark Knight for now, and getting these quests done. So, here we are back. We have Myste, Riel, and Sidurgu. And after we just finished kind of fighting the conjured version of his former master. So, let's see what we're going to be doing next. So, Myste has been waiting for you for a long time. Okay. Alright, as you can see, Cid has yet to fully recover from his bout with Sir Pagne, and there is no telling how much more time he will require. But my quest will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without their assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? Alright. Alright, then we are of one mind. Now, then, where shall we begin our search? War is perhaps the greatest source of man's misery. So much death and destruction. A battlefield, perhaps. Yes, the slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Oriens is precisely that of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. If I had my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But again, it's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help you reclaim your Aether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. As for me, I think I finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. When you've finished in Girabania, come and find us at the Forgotten Night. Alright. So, back to Castrum Oriens. Alright. And let's find Myste. There he is. Castrum Oriens, how it buzzes with life. So many brave soldiers resolve to do their duty no matter the cost. But have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high, for no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. Okay. There is where we're headed. Alright, what's the path we want to take? This should be fine. Alright, let's see how much further to go. Alright, just up the beach, there's this little... I don't know if that's going to be a cave or what. It's a cave. Alright, and there's a guy in here. Galleon. Alright. Let's see what you're up to. Come to share the fire. I would stand to greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, the whole of me is not what it once was. Ayame. I know that name and that voice. By Ralgar, you're still alive. Praise him. Praise him? Who is this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, nay, though I am flattered that you would think so. This woman made medicine for me long, long ago at the behest of Captain Mefrid when we were still in Quarry Mill. If I'd kept it all for myself, I'd have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see, and so I made a choice. He got better, I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin, he did, as a right-hand man even, but like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. The irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so I sit here and await the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out, the husk of the freedom fighter I aspired to be. No, no, this is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. The man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save at the cost of his own, that man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... Do you wish to see him again? Your dear friend? Hodart? Aye, more than anything, but there's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double, and one of his top commanders besides. You're a kind boy you are, and I'm grateful for the company in these twilight hours. There's no need to trouble yourself further. My time is nearly spent. Then spend the remainder thinking of better days, Galleon, and not dwelling on the deaths of me and mine. God, strike me down. Hodart? No, no, I can't be. This is not more than a trick, an illusion, a lie. But even if it is a lie... hear me, Hodart. I have a favor to ask of you. One final favor for a dying fool. Return to the Reach, to Bloodstorm. Offer a prayer to our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. We should talk outside. Okay. So, what does this guy want to say? Even though it's not real, it's just a manifestation of aether. Alright, to Mefford and Gellion, you are larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are. Though I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? If only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then Galleon wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed, so I'll not be any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. We will have to rely solely on you for protection. I've no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Alright, where are they headed? Over there? And I wonder what trouble they're going to run into. Oh well. Whatever it is. We should be able to deal with it. Alright, yep. Looks like they run into some trouble. Let's get my chocobo back out. Some local wildlife. Got out of that, but didn't really do much. Alright, no problem. Alright, strong as ever, eh? Stronger even than you were that day, I reckon. They say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a woman hailed as the hero of Eorzea, a hero who had personally intervened in their lives for the better? Some stood their ground and died, and then and there for it, I imagine, while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperials to kill. I pray I wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owed you better. Hodart? Hodart, speak to me. I'm fine, just got all dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry, do you hear me? We have to make it to the Reach. Guess he's running out of energy. Alright, so... excuse me. Let's see what they're up to here. I made a promise to Galleon. I will not fail you, brother. It cannot be the distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet. A man's memories cannot outlive him. I told you, he hasn't got much time, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me. So the host who provided the memory is not going to last much longer. Alright. Looks like he's running out of steam. Alright, so close. Hodart, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Hodart. Don't you think I know that? He saved my life, and we all went and died for naught. For naught. All we ever wanted was to go home. Oh come, okay, so he's singing here. Oh come, ye wayward brothers, bereft of hearth and home. Beneath yon burning star there lies a haven for the bold. Raise up your hands and voices, fill your hearts with pride. Above the churning waters we stand strong and unified. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home. Alright, just a little bit further on here. It looks like it didn't make it. Okay. He fell and would not rise. He began to shake and he was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods to tempt us with this promise of redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. Okay. I. Forgive me. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance and I squandered it. Reclaim that which was yours. Alright, very well. Right, as the aether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss you hear a whisper. It is not finished, not yet. You will come and pray with me. I guess so. Alright, Relgar's Reach. Pay respect to the fallen at the Bloodstorm. Alright. There's our destination. Do our thing. Alright, what good are prayers to the dead? They have not ears to listen, nor eyes to see, nor hearts to console. Naught remains of them save fleeting recollections, soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are only left with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces consigned to oblivion. How are we to withstand this relentless onslaught which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all men must die? Is this our world to suffer or to shape? Alright, the world is what we make of it. I by my sword, that is my truth. Yeah. Indeed, we are only bound by the gods' law by choice. We cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What if aught have we wrought by our own hands? One last time, I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death, our true enemies, need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world, you need only ask. You should go back to Ishgard. You must miss Cid and Riel. Okay. I am still not sure who or what this kid is. Alright. So back to Ishgard. Alright, and then we're going to head to the Forgotten Knight. Ayame, I pray your trip to Girabania was productive? Sort of. Alright, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your ether. I but wish the circumstances hadn't been so depressing. For Myste's sake, we shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. No, as far as I'm aware, he has yet to return to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see. Oh, gods damn it. Don't tell me he decided to run away, just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard. No, I could still be wrong. He's earned a little trust. A few days' worth. No more. Alright. So I guess we'll just go ahead and proceed on with the next quest. Which gets me my Abyss Armor Coffer. And the Blackest Night ability. Creates a barrier that around the target that absorbs damage, dealing 25% of the target's maximum HP. Grants Dark Arts when barrier is completely absorbed. Okay, that's interesting. Right, you knew from the first that there was only one way this could end. Gods damn it, Myste. We're going to have to track him down and make him return the remainder of the ether he stole from you, aren't we? He said that when this was finished, naught would remain of him. Bloody vague and ominous, to say the least. We'll just have to press him for answers when we find him. You last saw him at Rogger's Reach in Girabania, yes? We'll start there. Alright, Ariel, I'm going too, and I won't take no for an answer. Cid's gotten better, but he's a long way from fully recovered. Besides, you'll need someone else to help you do the talking. Cid's no good at it. Alright, back to Rhalgr's Reach. We have some people to talk to there. Alright, let's mount up and see if we can track these people down. Alright, Resistance Guard here. Looking for a young boy with long blue hair, you say? Reckon I would remember someone like that if they were to come this way, and I don't. Spoke with the fellow before changing the guard, as we do, and he made no mention of anyone matching that description either. Alright. Resistance Beast Tamer. What's that? You're looking for that boy too, are you? Oh, excuse me. Been having a bit of a rough morning this morning. Alright. I was watching some birds late the other night when I hear someone skulking about behind me. Forgive me, I hear him saying, before he runs off and disappears into the dark. Then I realize it's quiet, too quiet, Sleeping birds make noise, and mine ain't, 'cause they're dead. Every last one of them. No wounds or any other obvious marks, but there they lay, like the life was sucked right out of them. I don't know how or why he did it, but there's no denying that he did. I demand recompense. If you find him, you bring him to me. So it looks like he's absorbing aether from anything he come across. Morella? Ah yes, remember the long-haired boy? Very curious, with many questions about the nature of aether. He conversed with one of the adder conjurers for a time. I know not what they discussed, but from his expression I gathered it was important. Alright, let's head over there then. Alright, our inspector returns. Tell us, have you learned aught of Myste's whereabouts? Seen conversing with a conjurer and possibly killing chocobos? Not sure what to make of that, though we can be sure he stayed here for a time. But perhaps no longer. We learned but moments ago from Gillo here that a boy matching Myste's description was seen leaving the Reach. He is for the peaks, and so are we. Hopefully it's part of the peaks that I can actually access. Well, at least that particular part is. And we had some dead creatures here. No visible injuries, no bleeding. As Riel says, these beasts died for no discernible reason. Just like the chocobos, that man in the Reach claims Myste somehow killed. But it doesn't add up. Other than this singular magic, Myste was utterly helpless, unless he was always capable of this. But we know the answer already. He stole your aether when we first met. Even if he could do it, even if he did do it, why? We'll ask him when we find him, and this time you'll let me do the talking. Search the east, Riel and I will head south. We'll meet in between if we find naught, and if we do, either you'll come to our aid or we to yours. Alright, where are we headed? Just up ahead. Alright, as you survey your surroundings, you observe naught out of the ordinary, but on the edge of hearing, you hear a whisper to the southwest. Okay, to the southwest it is. There is Sidurgu and Riel, and... Is that Riel's mother? Alright, so let's head into the instance. Seven hells, I hate being right. On your guard, Myste has shown his true colors. The ether or whatever else he took from those beasts has given him tremendous strength. Contrary to his earlier warnings, conjuring another simulacrum wasn't the end of him, and of all the wonderful people he had to pluck from our memories, he chose Ystride de Coligno. He knows why we're here, and this is his answer. He summoned the monster that haunts Riel in her dreams and sends her screaming from her bed. Forgive me, Cid, but you gave me no choice. Let's see, there's always a choice. There is always a choice. No, there isn't. Not really. Can you even remember why you came here? Can you even remember how many you killed? How many lives shattered? How many stories ended? Upon the surface of the crystal are carved the sins of dark nights past, and yours are beyond counting, beyond fathoming, without end. Justice is an excuse, nobility is a lie, murder is murder. And we are most definitely not without fault. It is this cruel, indifferent world which has made murderers of us all. But we need suffer no longer. I sought to make these broken souls whole, one by one, when in truth the solution was much more simple. A world beyond pain and suffering and anguish and despair, a world beyond death, a world in which we never need bid farewell to our dearest friends. And how many beasts will you need to kill to make this world yours? The world of yours. How much ether will you consume to see it through? Bloody self-righteous sophistry from a mewling whelp. So your brilliant plan is to fill the world with simulacra of the dead, is it? And somehow that's supposed to make everyone happy? Well, you're right about one thing, I'll grant you that. This world is brutal, uncaring, without logic or justice. No justice but that which we make for ourselves. And I'll be damned if I give it up so you can force your illusions upon us and assuage your guilt. Did you not find comfort in your reunion with your master? Even though you knew it was a lie, did it not help you unburden your soul to find a measure of peace in this madness? I am not your enemy, not then nor or now. I will not fight you. All I ask is that you leave me to do my duty. It's never too late to turn back. You are still a good person. You can still be a good person. So this is your answer. Maybe you can accept that what needs to be done, but I can. Goodbye. Defeat the simulacra. Alright. Ystride God Hand. Let's get to it then. I remember every face. What? They're all watching and waiting. That was fairly straightforward. Ah. So many broken by this world, and then by you. So many. Woe betide the man who stands opposed to the weapon of light. For death will be his reward, death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Woe betide the man who stands with the weapon of light, for death will be his reward, death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Like sands through the hourglass, everything we fight so desperately to protect slips through our fingers, and what remains is us, only us, and the memory of our sin. To walk this path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Listen to my voice, listen to our heartbeat. Justice demands no less, I guess. Serve, save, sell, slave, slay. I've sins aplenty, aye, but regrets not so much. The fray? And if she wouldn't listen to me, the embodiment of good sense and pragmatism, then what hope could you possibly have? A house divided cannot stand, you know. This childish rebellion ends now. What in the seven hells is this? A compromise, I suppose. Our dear friend here refused to let me take the reins, but I wasn't about to stand idly by while that imbecile tries to do whatever it was he was trying to do. No hard feelings about White Brim, eh? Promise not to stab you in the back. It'll be just like old times. A dark knight needs a sword. Take mine. No, no, this is wrong. This is all wrong. I offer you peace, restitution, a chance to make amends. Do not think you are above it. Do not think that a reckoning will be postponed indefinitely. When it comes, I shall welcome it with open arms. But today will not be the day, and you will not be the judge. Alright, we deal with the dross, let's see. Then the boy, a simple plan. Yep, sounds good. Again and again and again, okay. Come on. There we go. Running out of MP, though. We need a little bit more. Revered. Oh, Warrior of Darkness. Hey. Alright, these are a little bit more robust than the others. Alright. That one's down. And that one's down. Finish it, Ayama. Use Soul Eater. Claim the last of your ether. Make us whole. Alright. Forgive me, I ask, I beg, I pray, but it never comes. Again, they go to join the multitude in the black oblivion of the abyss. Such is our lot, such is the fate of all who are born, to suffer and to die. Do not seek forgiveness, for it will not ease the burden. It weighs as it should. What are the lost? Do they not deserve to live again? They do, in our hearts, and our souls, and our memories. No one likes having to say goodbye, but it's a part of life. That's what makes the time we share together so precious. You can't obsess over the mistakes of the past, or you'll lose sight of the future, and the people still with us who need us more than ever. The greatest strength is born of the flame in the abyss. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Thank you. That is all I ever wanted. So this is it. One last parting, one last farewell, after a fashion. In your darkest hour, in the blackest night, think of me, and I will be with you, always, for where else could I go? Who else could I love but you? I guess another manifestation of the soul crystal? I don't really know. Alright, speak with Sidurgu and Ishgard. Maybe we'll get this sorted out. I probably could have used the Aethernet shards, but that's alright. I'll just sprint on over to the Forgotten Knight, and then talk to Sid. Alright, you'll forgive us for returning to Ishgard ahead of you, I hope. I needed some time to think on everything that happened in Girabania. I won't pretend to know everything you've been through in your life. A man can never truly understand what's in another's heart, and probably not their own, for that matter. I'm pretty much rambling at this point, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I'm grateful for everything you've done for me and Riel. Like you, I respect you, and I'll always be here for you if you need me. We're fellow walkers of the path, after all, and friends, I'd like to think. I've been wondering, Myste appeared at the same time the soul crystal cracked, yes? But which happened first, and why then and there? Damned if I know. Does anyone truly understand how soul crystals work? What matters is that the crystal and Ayame have been made whole. That said, a heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume. And few hearts have bled as much as hers. Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. If you would sit, it would be much easier for me to tend to them. You should get some rest too, Ayame. Not all wounds are so obvious. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. Praise Helone. She's right, though. No need to overdo it by running off to the next battle just yet. If you must put one foot in front of the other, though, why don't you go back to where this whole damn mess began? Maybe you'll have an epiphany. Return to where it all began. Alright. Sure. So yeah, I think that was something that was inside the soul crystal. And when it broke, it got out. Alright, we're heading to the last vigil. Alright, where it all began. What troubles you, Mistress Yatsuruki? Edmund. But of course, this bitterly cold this day. At times like these, one should be warming themselves by the fire. Not a day goes by without your name being spoken, you know. The soldiers and merchants often bring us news of your latest exploits. That said, to hear it from the hero herself would be much preferable. There would be no expectation were you to call on us. The pleasure of your company alone would be more than enough. Rare, though, I expect it will be in the days to come, but your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though part of me wishes that you would. Forgive me, I find myself growing more and more sentimental in my old age, and in working on my memoirs, I have had to reflect on the darker chapters of my life. Haurchefant lived his to the fullest, and if his story is preserved for generations to come, then I should be glad of it. You'll always have a place here, Ayame, for you are family. Now go. Do not let me keep you from your labors. The world waits for none, not even you. Alright. Quest complete. this concludes the Dark Knight quests for Stormblood. Alright. To do the next quest, yep, we need to complete the main scenario quest of Shadowbringers, and we need to complete the role quests in Shadowbringers in order to do the next Dark Knight quest. So that's going to be a ways off. So, we'll see what that's all about when we get there. Alright, but we are at the end of the episode. In fact, that took a bit longer than I had anticipated, but that's alright. So, we will head back to El Amigo, most likely, next episode. Work on the main story quest a bit more, and see what we get up to. See if we can get access to the rest of the fringes, and take Castellum Belladina. Alright, for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.